Hi,
Hi.
how are you?
Hello, I'm very fine. Thank you. And you?
Wow, I'm great. So, well, introduction. My name is Natalia. I represent the BAJB Creative Division. With me, as you heard before, we have Nati from GFFX as observer in this mock interview session. Well, we're online, so sometimes internet can get kind of wonky. So if, for example, I seems to be like cut out or stutter or something, just let me know on the chat. And if you have any questions regarding the opportunity that we offer, you can also chat us with the chat tool at the bottom of the Zoom meeting there. Okay, so is everything clear?
Yes. Yes. Thank you.
Okay, so yeah, I'm pulling up your CV right now. Okay, so you have like 6+ experience in graphic design. That's exciting. I saw your portfolio also. You've been dabbling in a lot of works. I love it. And now I am like very, very interested in knowing you more. So tell me about yourself.
Hello. I've been working as a graphic designer for at least 7 years. Um, I love graphic design. At first, I wanted to go to architecture,
Mhm.
but I found that my needs to express myself were more towards solution problems.
Mm,
And I find that very exciting. I love like a blank page, so I can put my idea there, and the everything that I have in mind can come up freely, and I can work from the very beginning. I love to work directly with a client, so we can talk and have feedback towards exactly what the client needs. And I have a very dynamic imagination, and I like to be very clear with my team or with everyone I'm working at the moment that teamwork and the idea that we can create something so great. We can create a solution. We can find something that can be bigger than the idea we have currently in the page. It's why we are here, and I like to make things big, and I like to think about everything that we can work, and I love teamwork, and yes,
mhm.
that's that's me from professional side, and me as a human. I love BTS, of course, and I like to read. I like to write. Um, I like to read philosophy most often.
Okay.
I like movies.
Oh.
I like to do some exercise. Uh, Movies is comes along with the graphic design side of me. I love to watch every movie and then try to make my own poster and see if the original poster is alike or my idea could have been better or not. I like that most. I am very patient and I have no problem working under pressure if it's needed. And I love what I do. I love uh, giving a solution to a graphic problem. And if there is not a solution, I'm going to make one. And I am very I feel better when I have a team around me.
Mm-hmm.
I think several minds can work out better if there is a need, and there is always going to be mistakes. And what better if there is someone else that can point it out before it goes out there. So
Mm-hmm.
yes, I am a team player.
Ah, thank you. Thank you for telling me so much about yourself. Well, well, now I feel like I know you like for a long time.
Thank you.
Okay, so the next question is right now, are you employed? And if yes, then what do you like about your current job? And of course, your role there. You don't have to like say the name of the company, just like a brief description on what they do.
Okay, I'm currently unemployed,
Mm-hmm.
but my last job was like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. Currently, I am searching for a new one, for a new
Mm-hmm.
opportunity because I want to grow in my field, and I like to know as much as possible about everything that design abarks and everything that is design. And that's why I've been in several aspects of it. From newspaper to the last job, it was about textile design.
Mm-hmm.
I was working with the embroidery team and making uniforms, logo designs for t-shirts, logo
Mm-hmm.
designs for embroidery, and for companies, for teams, for football teams, and different kinds of needs. And also, if people, as person came and wanted a single t-shirt, we could work designing all of it, from the color of the sleeve to the back, if they want to be different kind of neck or something like that. And it was a new world for me. I knew nothing about textile design. It was nothing like I thought it would be. I was thinking more like uh, clothes design, but it
Mm-hmm.
was not like that. It was they had their own patterns, and I just fit my design and idea in there. And if the client loved it and wanted it, it got printed. And then I learned a lot. I learned a lot. It was amazing. Um, Also, I learned just as much with working with new people and difficult people, because there is always going to be difficult people in all around us. And I work with some amazing humans that teach me even more than just working every day.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but I love this new side of design. I didn't know it existed here, and that opened my mind to a new world, actually.
Oh, that's nice to hear. Yeah, I saw it in your CV, and I'm very interested in your skill part there. Like you have industrial embroidery, and then you have like textile design. It's very exciting to work in textile. Some of my friends do that too.
Oh yes,
Yeah,
it's amazing.
yeah. And I would like to ask you, well, from day to day, you are working with the embroidery team in day to day basis, right? Is it like the only division that you are working with, or you have like other divisions that you are in contact with directly?
In that company, I had to be everywhere.
Okay.
Yes, I was in the embroidery machine. I operated too. I was in every process of a t-shirt, since the idea tackled to the client, even being a cashier if it needed be. Um, it's a company that is growing, and it needed a lot of help in different areas. And I say, I'm up for it. I can do it. So let me go and do what I can do. And then design, and then printing, and even picking up the fabric, uh, choosing what was the best for the client or the design, and then printing the t-shirt, and then giving some last details, and
Mm-hmm.
then pass it off to the person that is going to arm arm, I think, um,
Mm-hmm.
um, construct. Sorry, the t-shirt. And beside that, I was also designing billboards, bottoms for campaigns, vinyl, printing, flyers, uh, branding, and yes, I was almost everywhere.
Wow, you're handling a lot. Like, I mean, like they trust you a lot. So that's a good thing.
Yes.
And from your experience in your last company, which role suits you best? I mean, like one role that you really like in that company.
I think two. Uh, Talking to clients. I love talking to people. I love getting to know them, to understand, because sometimes, no, most of the times, a client was looking for graphic design doesn't really know what he's looking for. Doesn't really know the words or how to express themselves, and I love to help them to make their ideas come true or make something more understandable, and it can take form from there. I love talking to people. I love helping them in that area, and I love embroidery. In that last company, embroidery had my heart. I love doing it. I love the program. It was amazing. I love it. I can do it everywhere and every day. But I need to grow. I want to learn even more. And that's what I'm looking for.
Okay, thank you for your answer. Oh, this is exciting. I love hearing your experience. Okay, so now we are looking for someone that will be joining us in our BAJB creative division. And I would like to ask you about your experience with social media content creation. Do you have any experience on it? And maybe like you can give us like some examples of your work, maybe.
Mhm. A job before this one, I was a community manager in a company that offered team buildings for different companies, from learning how to use Excel to learning how to build up a machine for a food company. And they offered different um, programs for them, and I was in charge of putting out the publicity in Facebook and Instagram, and through mail. I managed the Mailchimp and benchmarks um, accounts, as uh, I worked with WordPress too for their webpage. I don't have actually much experience there, but I know some of it. I can go through it. I can make my way through it. And Facebook ads, Instagram ads. We were actually working to get Spotify ad too, and that was when it I got another opportunity for a job, and then I left the team working on the Spotify ads.
Oh, well, you are mentioning ads. I mean, that's interesting for me because we, as like social media content creators, sometimes they don't have an experience in actually dealing with ads or how to read the data, that kind of thing. But you have experience in it, and that's a plus point. I mean, for me.
Yes, actually, we made a presentation talking to our boss, explaining why his ad couldn't be a certain hour because there's traffic in different hours, and then here in Mexico it's around, I don't know, depending in where way you wanted to art to go or which people we were looking for, it was certain hours that it needed to go out, and we were tracking that, and we were working to leave it up so we can get better results.
Yeah, I mean that knowledge and that skill will be a plus point if you apply anywhere. So it's a good thing that you are actually dabbling in it. Because like yeah, in today era we are kind of very data heavy on online media. So that's a good thing to have. Okay, now next, I would like to ask you about your comfort level with working in remote situation. I mean, well, maybe in your last job, you actually like go to the office, right? Uh-huh. So now, in this opportunity, we are working fully remote, and we have like people from all around the world, and like knowing there will be time differences and cultural differences. How comfortable are you with that?
I have no problem at all. I am. I have sometimes a bit. It can be a problem because I immerse myself too much in the work, and I don't go anywhere until it's finished. And so I always available if someone has doubts or is, hey, the admin uh, went out when it was supposed to, and then I'm up and I try to, if I have the means and have the time, if even if it's outside time work or something, if I can help from wherever I am, I do it. I have no problem in the time zone. It's no problem.
Okay, that's good to know. And then, do you have any experience in interdivision collaboration, especially with the content or copywriter team?
No, actually, I haven't had the opportunity to work with a team like that yet.
Okay. So when you are dealing with the websites and then the social media, you are not collaborating with content or copywriting team. So,
No, because
oh,
practically it was myself. I did it
okay.
myself. It We had a team about 4 people, but they were more into photography and video uh, taking, and they had. I have another person that helped me, but it was more focused in the print media, and we had feedback. We gave feedback to each other. We were the design team in that company, um, and I always actually been in companies that needed help from everywhere, and I think sometimes it's not that good, but it helped me to grow, to be able to have the capacity to learn it, to bring help to different areas, and I just can't stay still. I need to do something and make sure that the work being done and that the work is going to come out good. And in that specific team, it was myself. It came from me.
Okay. So Jack, well, Jill of all trades. That's what we
Yes.
say here.
Mhm.
Okay, so well, for our team, we are dealing with content and copywriter team. So we usually do designs that can be accessed online and easy to be edited because our content and copywriter team is not a as design savvy as us. So I would like to ask you, are you familiar with Canva or online design platforms that people usually use like Figma or something, and maybe share your experience in using them?
Um, Lately, I've been into Figma and
Okay.
Sketch.
Mm-hmm.
Wix, it was like the beginning, the very first platform I used to help people that didn't need or want something so elaborate for a web page. So I used that, and like I focused more in about in the 2 years, past 2 years, I was more into the textile side. I actually didn't have a lot of time to focus on another area like web or design online, but I've been trying to catch up with that, and I'm trying to gain experience so I can offer a better um, service. And I've been trying to research and know more about these platforms. But those three is like more of what I know right now.
Okay, noted. Okay, so next questions. Um, I would like to know what is the most stressful or difficult situation that you face at your previous job, and how did you handle it?
Well, a serious problem we had there is the owners weren't so into the company or the client service as we and my coworkers wanted them to be. We had to handle a lot of situations on our own because they didn't have the time or the patience to talk to clients or resolve different situations. So my coworkers and I have to go through everything to make sure the client understands that if their product was not ready, the reason why, when we could give to them, or if there was no way we could give what they needed. So I think a certain time that was a very difficult client that didn't accept a no for an answer, wanted their product like yesterday, and we didn't have uh, the materials. The machine was not working. The person that was going to operate certain machine was not going that day, and there was like 4 people in the company that was just waiting to see what could do to it. And then I took upon myself to try and resolve that situation. And it took several hours after work, and it was very, very stressful actually. But at the end, the clients left happy. And our coworkers and I uh, did with all with what we could to make sure that it was okay, that it was something of quality. And later in the week, we talked to our bosses about it because it was something that it was not going to be good for anyone, not for the company, not for us. And I talked to them about it, but it was a very stressful situation. I'm just happy it came out good. The client came back later. Everything went fine, but yes, it was a very hard day.
I see. Well, we have that days with that type of clients.
Yes, I know them now.
Okay, so well, this is kind of personal, but where do you see yourself in 5 years from now?
5 years, I've never been out of the country. So I want to, if it's possible, live abroad. Um, I want to travel. That's why I'm actually looking for an online position so I can work from anywhere. And uh, I am available if it's needed. So for me to travel to the where the company is, I have no problem. And but I want to live abroad, and by then at least have a book published by
Mm,
myself.
okay, well, that's
Yes.
exciting. Books, what kind of book?
I love fiction. It's historical fiction.
Ah,
Mhm.
that's
So,
interesting. Are you writing something right now?
uh, something of the like, something about. I always dreamed fiction in Mexico. There is not much of it here, at least kind of Hollywood style, uh, but ours with our essence. And I always wanted to create something like that. So that's what I'm focusing on.
Okay, yeah, I get it. Yeah, yeah, I get it. Well, I hope your dream will come true. Well, and so next questions. Well, there's like some of the like several last questions here. Well, when you have to undertake multiple projects, I mean, like as we know, graphic designers usually have several projects going on, um, and every projects at that time will have like tight deadlines. How do you stay on track and deliver the products on time?
I try to organize, make a list. If I know the client, and I've been working with them several times before, if I know that maybe they can be a little bit more patient or more understanding in certain details, I put it a list a little bit behind. I focus more in the bigger and troublesome or detail-oriented designs, so I can start fresh and put all my mind into it. And I try at least to, if I have, I don't know, like 9 projects, like for next week at the same day, then I try to work at least in 4 or 5 of them during the day with several breaks so I can focus exactly in the idea. And I go through that to several days. I try to, if the deadline is like, I don't know, Friday, in my mind, the deadline is 2 days before. So I have 2 days at least to, if I don't know, oh, damn, I got a mistake. I have 2 days still to make changes or be ready for something that, or I don't know, maybe the client says, hey, I need you to add something else. Can we still have time? Of course we have time. Let me go through it. So I need to be ready before, a lot before the deadline is ready.
Okay. And then maybe this is like the last and the most important question ever. Why do you want to work with us?
Because I believe every single company or team has a new world to offer, and I want to experience something different from what I've been working on all these years. I believe your company can be a new step in a new era in my graphic design life. And I believe I can offer a very quality service, and I believe we can work together very well. Your company seems like something I've been looking for a very long time, and maybe this opportunity is for both of us to grow together.
Well, thank you for your time. Well, this is like very fun interview. I enjoy I enjoy hearing your experiences and what you do. And well, after this, good luck. And we will end this mock meeting right now. Hi, Natty.
So I think the interview went really well. I think like what I noticed now is with all of your answers or all the things that you said, like I could hear that you have a lot of experience already in working in the design field, and like especially for example, like you said, with a deadline, or maybe that's also because I also try to set my deadlines like 2 days earlier as
Yes,
I promised for the client because
yes,
you never know what's going to happen. Like, I don't know,
exactly.
PCs crashing, or as you said,
Yes, I
like
feel I learned through the hard way that I needed to do stuff like that because then it's going to be chaos.
things like these only come with experiencing that before.
Like when you think it works perfectly, then there will be something going wrong.
Yes, always. And so we need to be ready. We need to be ready all the time. Can trust in ourselves because someone is always going off in our minds. We are always, at least me, I am that daydreamer, and I am always in danger of going. and I need to go back. So yeah.
I liked that you were earlier than the appointed time. So I could see that you were, I think, 10 to 15 minutes earlier than the appointment. I think that's always really, really good. Like, I have to say, I didn't thought about that before with online meetings, but of course you should be earlier there too.
Yes, it's like it's the same. There is always a person waiting at the other side. Let's see what are they doing when they arrive. Let's see what. Yes, and then we don't know the people that's going to greet us at the other side of the screen, and we need to get to be ready for every single kind of people.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. Yeah. Um, I loved how you explained how you switched from architecture to design, and like I think you like made it really positive on why you changed. I think it's normal, or it's not a bad thing to switch your interest or to notice that something that you have studied is maybe not the thing that where you want to work in the future. So I thought you like voiced that out really, really good. And also how you loved embroidery and
Yes.
you want to grow more. And like, I think that always like, it's nice to say what you love, but then to keep it more open as, for example, BAJB won't have any embroidery jobs, but you can still be really passionate about it and say you want to learn more because also other design fields like help you to grow in the ones that you might already like because you like opens up new possibilities.
Yes, there is always something new. I don't know everything, so I'm never going to learn everything, never. But I want to know as much as I can from every single aspect of it. So I do it everywhere. Mhm.
I also liked how you voiced it with that you don't have experience in interdivision collaborations yet.
Yes.
I mean, you, as you said, like you can't know everything or not all the possibilities that you had so far might cover everything in the new job or in the job that you're looking for. But just saying that you are open for it or that you can see yourself in the future having that kind of experience, I think it's always really good. And yeah, I wish you good luck on publishing your book.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. I need it.
And yeah, I think
Okay.
that's it from me. Like, good luck on your job search.
Thank
And you
you.
did really well in the interview. Really good.
I'm glad. I'm relieved. Thank you. Thank you very much.
For me, I like how detailed you are. Like when you are, like answering some questions, like tell me about yourself, or about your previous role. Like you actually deep dive and explain in details, like what you
Yes,
like, what you
I tend
do.
to do that. I like to make sure the person I'm talking to knows the background, knows where I'm coming from or where the idea comes from. So I tend to do that a lot. But I force myself to go back. I need to go back to the point so I can finish.
Yeah, but for me, that's actually like set you apart from the others, because like sometimes people tend to be nervous, and they kind of like rush in answering some questions. But by you like telling me or the interviewer like more detailed stuff, that what you do or what you like, and about your, like, for example, your experience, I think it kind of create connections in a way that it will help them to, I don't know, like empathize in a way, but still like relate to you, especially if it's like you're interviewing with a user, so they know that you actually love your work, and you always put details in what you do, and that's a good point. Like I said, like it's a very good point for me. And also from time to time, when you're answering questions, what I can see and hear is that you prioritize your clients, and that's a good thing, because like we as designers sometimes have our ideals, but like in the end, we still need the clients. So
Yes,
um,
yes, yes,
the ability to actually maintain, and like the willingness to kind of understand your client more, like leaping to the boundaries of like, yeah, just a normal acquaintance or something, but like leaping to that point where you want to know about them more and to understand what they're thinking about. That's like I
yes.
guess
Because I've been
like
there. We all are there because we, as I said, we don't know about everything in the world, and we are customers and clients too. And I like to be treated well, or that the people that give me the service know that sometimes I have no idea what kind of coffee is that. So please help me, and I like to do that for them too, if I can.
yeah, I mean like those type of thing comes with experience also. And yeah, I mean like I will not be surprised if you're hired in like a weeks or so. I mean, you're like amazing. Like,
Thank you very much. I actually been searching for like a month.
oh,
I had
okay.
just like 2 interviews. It went very well, but I didn't have any answer. I'm keep I keep looking for it, and I'm well, maybe something will come out.
Yeah, don't give up.
Okay,
I
Yeah.
think
thank you.
especially like with this situation, I know last year, some friends of mine also looked for jobs, and it was really, really difficult to get, because everyone was like closing down a little bit or trying to take advantage of the situation, and like offered really bad payment and
Yes,
contracts in general.
yes, I have
And
some friends too that they are now in some kind of very hard job.
yeah, yeah, don't give up. It will get better, or there
Thank you.
will come a company or an agency that will like have all the things that you are looking for. I'm sure of that.
Okay, thank you very much for your wishes.
And I wish you good luck, and I will wait for your book. Don't forget to
Okay,
send me a link.
okay, perfect. I will. I will. Thank you very much.